So the second step of the data science lifecycle is data collection. In this step, we do a thing called sampling. So samples are a subset of a population that you want to represent and are often used to make inferences about the population. While sampling, there are some common sources of error that can occur. One type of error is called chance error, and this is when random samples can vary from expectation in any way. Another error is bias, which is a systematic error in one direction. So this could, there's the different types of biases, which exists of selection bias, response bias, and non-response bias. So selection bias is systematically including or excluding certain groups. Response bias is the ability for people to not respond truthfully, and non-response bias is for people that don't respond at all. So the data that you gather should be a representative sample of the population you're trying to generate insights about. Data mining is also part of data collection. It is the process of collecting data from numerous sources. There are many different ways to gather all types of data, including online databases, self-sourcing, web scraping, and many more. So below are listed some popular sources where you can collect data from, such as the census or Google Trends. And finding the right data is really crucial because it is important to obtain relevant data that addresses the question and then be able to store that data and access it appropriately. So finding the right data can take a lot of time and effort, but it is a really important step. So reading data files. As you guys have learned about pandas previously, pandas has numerous functions for reading different file types and to also construct data frame objects for analysis. Below is listed an example and also common functions such as read underscore HTML or read underscore Excel. Yeah, you would be able to use this while you're coding your own data collection. So this is an extra little part about data collection called web scraping. And web scraping is the extraction of data from websites. And the illustration below shows a little bit of what it means visually. So there are many tools available online for this process, such as pre-built and self-built scrapers, browser extensions, and computer software. So you wouldn't really need to do this manually. An example of data collection. So in here, you can see that there is a data of cities and numbers and expressions. This is a data that shows that is a little bit messy, but you can understand what is going on here. You know that is related to cities. You know that where these cities relate to some type of number, and then that number relates to some type of expression.